Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. We're at Talking Stick Resort Arena in downtown Phoenix. Tonight, it's the Phoenix Suns taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. The Suns win the opening tip. They'll have it first as we get going in the desert. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket. Holiday in possession. They trail by 2.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Free throws on the way. A career 74% free throw shooter. First one, counted. And fails to hit them both. It's the first, misses the second. Right down the lane, but the shot won't go. Giannis in control of the basketball. Down a point. To Holiday. Antetokounmpo. Nice pass to get things going.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Booker to Paul. Here comes the screen. Brook Lopez pins it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Holiday controls the basketball. His team up by 1. To Antetokounmpo. Lopez to Antetokounmpo. Here's Lopez down low. From the painted area, won't go down.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
To Booker. Nothing going here on that drive. Booker. The Suns with 4 to shoot. And that one out of bounds off a buck. Paul. No good. That's great defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
The shot followed up. Brook Lopez with the slam.
You see, Ed, that's the advantage of growing up playing with and against a twin. A lot of fights, a lot of physicality, and controlling the glass is everything.
To Paul. To Booker. 5 on the shot clock for Phoenix. Lets it fly from long range. Hits the trifecta.
Just does everything so well. An all-around, very good player. Offensively, can knock down that shot, but better known for being a 3-and-D type wing who's a lockdown defender.
Here comes the screen. Antetokounmpo to Holiday. Antetokounmpo. Giannis Antetokounmpo missed his first. That one goes.
Ooh, welcome to the new reality. Positionless basketball. Bigs are now PGs with the ability to drain threes.
Paul driving, but he can't connect.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Phoenix has the ball. Won't go down. Holiday in possession. Leads 3. To Lopez. Knocked loose. Taken by the Suns. Count it.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Giannis with it up top. Leads 1. To Holiday. Missed it. How'd that not go down? To Paul. Fires the 3. And Chris Paul. Quick catch and shoot there. 4-3. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about. When he makes a great pass, he'll tell the offensive player, shoot it, go up, dunk it. He will direct you and lead you to success.
Another shot stays out. To Booker. Short jumper won't go down. Holiday controls the basketball. The score 10-8. To Adetokunbo. Here comes the screen. Adetokunbo. Brook Lopez. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Phoenix with it. Paul. Here comes the screen. Sizing up the defense. Able to convert inside.
Okay, that time it was effective. But a really good defender will put that in their memory bank.
Giannis in control of the basketball. It's 12-10. Drew Holiday against Chris Paul. To Adetokunbo. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Giannis Adetokunbo at the line for 2 shots. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. To Booker. Here comes the screen. Booker matched up with Connaughton. The Suns with 4 to shoot. Booker lets it fly from beyond the arc. His first effort off the mark.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Screen coming. Has a look. Lopez there to get the rebound. Free throws coming up.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Connaughton has got 2 shots coming. A career 84% free throw shooter. First one goes down. So he hits the first, misses the second. Paul with it up top. Down 3. Drew Holiday. Huge block.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Bucks at the controls. From the outside, no good. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Paul across the timeline. Down 5.
Hey, watch the screen left.
Now a steal by Milwaukee. George Hill to Holiday. Drew Holiday, 3 for 4. Good start. Now the Suns going to signal for a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Shifting gears, here comes some substitutions. Paul. DeAndre Ayton. Biyombo rocking the rim. Jay, I'm surprised he had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
Joe Ingles to Adetokunbo. Nothing going here on that drive. Missed a wide open look. To Paul.
Watch your hands. That's all on them. Out on them.
Short jumper off the mark.
Woo! I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Holiday in possession. Up 5. Drew Holiday looking good. 4 for 5.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
To Paul. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Paul. Can't go down. Smothering defense. Hill across the timeline. His team up by 7. Adetokunbo. And look out. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Chance for Chris Paul. Knocks it down off the step back. There's a sixth sense there that you just can't teach.
If you're a player on the same team with CP3, you should be taking that point guard out to dinner every single night. There's something to be said about a guard that makes the game way easier for you to be even more of an efficient offensive player.
To Paul. Nothing going here on that drive. Paul. Trying to cash in, and he knocks it down. Jay, nice look right there.
There's nothing the defense could really have done there. That's just a great shot.
Bucks at the controls. To Hill. Joe Ingles. To Holiday. Giannis shoots. Wide open look, won't go.
That's called a heat check right there. Surprised he missed that one. That was an open look.
To Paul. Nothing going here on that drive. On the drive, it's Paul, but his shot stays out.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short arm a shot.
Hill to Adetokunbo. Driving right to the basket. Bismack Biyombo rejects it. Paul into the front court. Exactly a minute to go here in the opening quarter. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Now the Bucks going to signal for a timeout as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. To Joe Ingles. Has a chance. Almost, but no good.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
To Paul. Here comes the screen. And a throwdown.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Holiday controls the basketball. Leads just a point. To Joe Ingles. Matthews to Joe Ingles. Beyond the arc for three. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Deep three at the buzzer. Bobby Portis is going to get 3 shots here. For his career, 73%. And he connects on the first free throw.
Oh, good shot, boy.
Hits the second. One more coming. And he cashes in at the line. 3 for 3. Long key from 3/4 court. First quarter's complete. The Bucks with the lead. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Holiday in possession. Lead stands at 7. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Giannis Antetokounmpo trying to cash in on a three-point play. Shooting 75% so far tonight. Free throw, good for Giannis. It's a three-point play as the Bucks add to their lead. Paul into the front court. Trailing by 10. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. The Bucks at the controls. Holiday to Antetokounmpo. To Holiday for three. Another chance. Matthews to Antetokounmpo. Giannis Antetokounmpo now 3 for 9.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Now whistle and a timeout for Phoenix as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Oh, bad pass, and the Bucks have it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Holiday to Antetokounmpo. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Giannis Antetokounmpo at the line for a chance at a three-point play, shooting 80% in this contest. Free throw's good. It's a three-point play. This big first half continues. Suns with the basketball. Has a look. Shot by Warren misses. Giannis with it up top. The lead is 15 to Holiday. Drew Holiday. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
Old school equals high percentage.
And a putback slam.
And that's what he does. I love players like this. We don't need to draw any plays for you to go out and get yours.
Giannis in control of the basketball. His guys up by 15. Stuffs it down with authority. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
It was right there. Brook Lopez sends it away.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
And the finish at the rim. There.
The extra point.
Giannis Antetokounmpo trying to cash in on the three-point play. He's been steady, 83% at the line. Free throw try, off the mark. Now a steal by Milwaukee.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get outworked. Get that ball back.
From the outside, no good.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot. Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. And counted at the rim.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Antetokounmpo to Holiday. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Milwaukee with the basketball. Holiday to Antetokounmpo. Takes stock of the floor. To Antetokounmpo. 4-3. If he's hitting shots, it could be a long night.
Great shot by the offense. But the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
Here comes the screen. Here's a chance from long range. He was all over him.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Antetokounmpo. To Lopez. From long range. It's Biyombo with the rebound. Five on the shot clock for Phoenix. Going to launch beyond the arc, off the iron, no good. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Antetokounmpo gets it in the left corner. They'll get it down low to Lopez. Bismack Biyombo able to recover with the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Off the mark. He loves the tough shots, but that one may be too tough. Holiday controls the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket. This is becoming a runaway.
They're getting to the rim at will, probably because we're watching Matador defense. You probably want to get in the way of your defender if they keep trying to attack the rim.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Paul. Good. Off a spin.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the ring.
Holiday to Adetokunbo. Here's Lopez, down low, deep right corner. Holiday to Adetokunbo. 5 on the shot clock for Milwaukee. Adetokunbo, well defended.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Here comes the screen. The Suns with 4 to shoot. Here's CP3. Bucks have the rebound. Giannis in control of the basketball. His guys holding the big lead. From the painted area, won't go down. Holiday in possession. Looking to make something happen. Goes to the left side. Joe Ingles, a pass stolen by Phoenix.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. Is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
To Adetokunbo. A lot of contact, no whistle. Here's Paul, controlling the offense. DeAndre Ayton. To Paul. Probing the defense. 5 on the shot clock. It's Paul for 2. Deep 2 there, won't go.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
To Adetokunbo. Fires the 3. The danger of the Greek freak. Giannis Adetokunbo, hand in his face, still knocks it down for 3.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
Giannis Adetokunbo with the block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
To Holiday. Here comes the screen. Holiday. To Adetokunbo. Short jumper off the mark. Here comes the screen. Picked up by the Bucks. Adetokunbo. They'll get it down low to Lopez. Flushes it home.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Paul. To Booker. Down to 5 on the 24. Short jumper won't go down. Joe Ingles to Adetokunbo. Lets it fly from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
To Booker. Great feed, sets it up. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
There are certain guys in this league that were brought to teams to do things that normal players would never think about doing. We call them tone setters.
To Adetokunbo. Whistle sounds. We have a tie-up. Jump ball. They don't want to lose this possession. Let's see what they can do with the jump. Holiday to Adetokunbo. The Bucks with 4 to shoot. Holiday. Wide open look, won't go. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando where we...
Hello, everyone. I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports Halftime Report. The Bucks certainly didn't have a problem putting up points in the opening half, and the offensive glass was their domain. They scored plenty of second-chance points, asserting themselves in the paint. These are the guys getting buckets for the Milwaukee Bucks. The Suns may be in the building, but they did not show up for this game. There isn't enough time to get into all of their problems, but I'll tell you this, they need to try to get better. These are the guys getting buckets for the Phoenix Suns.
Game track. Assists.
The Milwaukee Bucks are showing us great team basketball here today. A combination of great ball movement and unselfish play is generating positive results. Antetokounmpo is doing the most sharing with his teammates.
Player of the half.
Antetokounmpo has been making the competition look silly on the defensive end.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Booker with it. Down a bundle. Here comes the screen. To Booker. Fires the 3. Look out, Devin Booker. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
To Adetokunbo. Holiday. Here comes the screen. To Holiday. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Hey, feed me, I'm hot.
Screen coming. Slam dunk, DeAndre Ayton. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
To Holiday. To Adetokunbo. Nothing going here on that drive. Adetokunbo. Shot from the lane won't go. Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. DeAndre Ayton to Paul. Giannis Adetokunbo swats it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Adetokunbo. Off the assist.
And Ed, not every pass needs to be a home run pass or thread the needle. Sometimes an easy kick ahead or an easy shuffle pass can make the game simple. The more simplistic the game is, the more efficient you'll be as a unit.
To Paul. Booker. Deep left corner. To Booker. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Yes! Three-pointer is good.
Consistency wins a game. Sometimes you have to double down. I'm sure that's what their coach told them to do in the locker room. Keep shooting your shot.
Adetokunbo. Five to shoot. Adetokunbo. Beyond the arc for three. Rebound for Ayton. Into the front court. It's Booker. His guys down big. Couple of cracks at the line now.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free two.
Devin Booker. Couple of free throws on the way. A career 84% free throw shooter. Misses the first. Oh, he missed on a pair. Holiday controls the basketball. He'll run the offense. To Adetokunbo. Oh, the Suns come up with the steal.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Bucks basketball. Holiday to Adetokunbo. Picked up by the Suns. Paul. They love this hustle. That's out of bounds off of Giannis. Booker. They get it down to Paul. To Booker. Trying to cash in. Booker's shot off the mark. Drew Holiday matched up with Paul. To Adetokunbo, and that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Suns. It'll stay with the Bucks. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. A pass stolen by Phoenix. To Paul. And they called a foul. Jay, he was there too late.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Chris Paul at the line for 2 shots. A career 86% from the line. Knocks down the first. And he makes them both. Bucks at the controls. Baseline drive, but he can't finish. Oh, nice find for the basket.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Paul cruises inside for two.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Giannis with it up top. His guys holding the big lead. Screen coming. Greek Freak for two. Can't connect. Now Paul with the basketball. Looking to make something happen to Booker. Nothing going here on that drive. Booker. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
And he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
Look, I get it. Being down sucks. But you can't just start haphazardly playing defense and committing silly fouls. Play this game with purpose.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's got two shots coming. He's shooting 71% so far. First free throw is good. Able to convert on both free throws. With the rock, it's Chris Paul. The screen sets him up for two.
Ed, all this talk I heard over the summer, what about CP3's hamstring? Will he be able to get back his first step? Will he still have it? There you go.
Goes to the left side. The drive, right to the basket. He connects, had all the time in the world. Too easy.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Here's Lopez, down low, turns and slams it down.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on, but the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Paul to Booker for three. Message received. Well defended.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
George Hill. They'll get it down low to Lopez. Able to convert inside.
This is where I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Paul to the basket, but his shot won't go. Hill into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. To Antetokounmpo. Driving right to the basket. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Here's Paul, controlling the offense. Surveys the floor. Paul. Probing the defense. Here comes the screen. To Booker. And scores at the basket. Jay, tough recovery that time.
It was gorgeous. I love the way he shows you the ball, then cradles it and lays the ball in as smooth as butter.
Thanks a lot, bro, for that comment. It's so cold. I appreciate it.
Try from the baseline, but it won't go down. Booker to Paul. Here comes the screen. Paul against Connaughton. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that
High
size.
facts.
But in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Knocked loose. That's out of bounds. Make some moves right now. It's Phoenix ball. Giannis Antetokounmpo sends it away. And that one out of bounds off a buck. Paul. Biombo rocking the rim.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Joe Ingles to Antetokounmpo. Bismack Biyombo snatching it out of the air. Oh, the Suns come up with the steal. Paul buries it on the catch and shoot.
Well, easy difference there. In the first half, the offense allowed the defense to settle into their half-court sets defensively, and that's why the shots were all contested. But now since they picked up the pace of the game, they're getting a lot more action out of transition threes.
Antetokounmpo. Scores from the post.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Paul with it up top. Down a bundle. Here comes the screen. Knocked loose. Bucks have it. Can't slam it down. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
4-3. That won't go. Hill to Antetokounmpo. To George Hill. Here's a chance from long range. Had made his first couple, but he misses there. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Paul. Here comes the screen. To Paul. From long range. Great defense, forcing the miss.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Matthews. Here's Lopez. Down low. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Gets it to go. And the foul.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Wesley Matthews at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 82%. Missed the foul shot. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Hill across the timeline. His guys can get a 2-for-1 if they time this out. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket. It's Suns ball. Oh, bad pass, and the Bucks have it. George Hill. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Deep three at the buzzer. 3 quarters down. The 4th quarter coming up. The Bucks in control so far. The Bucks to inbound to start this final quarter. And it might be time to empty the bench, Jay. This game appears to be well in hand.
And their starting 5 has certainly earned the 4th quarter off. They've been terrific this ball game. And this is the type of game where you find a chance to relax. You ice up, you watch your other teammates play, you applaud them, and you get ready for the next game.
Here comes the screen. Now a steal by Milwaukee.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Hill into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Adetokunbo to Joe Ingles. Has a chance, open look, and he buries it. Defense has to wake up.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
From the painted area, won't go down. A pass stolen by Phoenix. Going to launch beyond the arc. That out of his range and no good. Bucks at the controls. George Hill to Adetokunbo. Slams it down.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Booker. Screen coming. To Booker. Fires the 3. It's no good. Shot's not going down. Oh, the Suns come up with the steal. Here's Booker on the drive, but a shot misses. Has a look. Gets a look. Can't hit.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Bismack Biyombo, couple of free throws on the way. 56% for his career. First one, count it. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. The Bucks at the controls. Hill. Shot from the lane won't go. Paul across the timeline. His guys down big. The screen sets him up for 2.
Here's lesson number 1. When you allow a player like that the freedom of space to dance with the ball, there's no telling what kind of break dance move they might hit you with.
George Hill to Joe Ingles. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Paul matched up with Connaughton. Time for a breather. Mike Budenholzer turns to his bench. Adetokunbo, open look. Jumper's good.
Here's a tip for your defense. You can't give him that much space. You have to push up into his personal space and make him play the majority of the possessions with his back to the basket. Because if you allow him to open up, there's no stopping him.
Suns control the possession. And he scores. They took a big step, but they'll count the bucket.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Giannis in control of the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead. To Joe Ingles. Adetokunbo. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Paul into the front court. He'll run the offense. Brook Lopez with a piece.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
To Paul. Lets it fly from long range. Textbook defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Adetokunbo. To Joe Ingles. 5 on the shot clock for Milwaukee. Fires the three. Tough shot for Joe Ingles. No good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Phoenix has the ball. To Paul. Devin Booker. That's how you defend.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Won't go. Paul into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Oh, bad pass, and the Bucks have it. And they call it.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Time for some new personnel into the game. Adetokunbo to Lopez. Adetokunbo to Holiday. Shot clock winding down. Adetokunbo. Tough shot. Well defended.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Knocked loose. Picked up by the Bucks. It's a big finish. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. Knocked loose. Bucks have it. And throws it down.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Paul to Booker. To Booker. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Devin Booker is going to get a chance at 3 here. He's struggled so far. And hits the first free throw. Missed the middle one. One more coming. To Holiday. He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
I can't believe I'm about to say this about an NBA team because this is what I say to my grammar school team. But just because a team is down on the scoreboard doesn't mean you stop playing hard and smart. You really have nothing to lose, but really good habits to gain.
Nope. First one does not go. Second one's good. Splits the pair. With the rock, it's Chris Paul. Beyond the arc for 3. That's good D. Shot no good. Sizing up the defense to Adetokunbo. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Bread and butter. And there are few that can do it better off the screen.
Now Paul with the basketball. Down a bundle. To Booker. Here comes the screen. Booker. No good. To Adetokunbo. Goes to the left side. Adetokunbo to Lopez. The pass set it all up.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Phoenix with it.
I'm here. I got ball. I got ball.
Paul. Plenty of contact. The shot no good. Could not throw it down. Adetokunbo to Holiday. Layup goes down. Well done.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Booker defended by Connaughton. Giannis Adetokunbo tips it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Milwaukee with the basketball. Holiday to Adetokunbo. Takes stock of the floor. Here comes the screen. Paul matched up with Connaughton. For 3, he engulfed him that time.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Paul. 4-3. Missed it. To Adetokunbo. Knocked loose. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Suns with the basketball. Paul. Here comes the screen. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple looks within the offense, and then you can get it any way you want it.
A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Paul. Here's a chance from long range. Good for three.
Just does everything so well. An all-around, very good player. Offensively, can knock down that shot, but better known for being a 3-and-D type wing who's a lockdown defender.
Giannis with it up top. His guys holding the big lead. Ball's tied up. Neither player wants to give it up. Changes coming from both sides right now. It's Phoenix ball. No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there. Probing the defense to Joe Ingles. Ah, the monster stuff.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Paul. Here comes the screen. To Paul. From long range. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Oh, they called the foul.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
The Bucks claim victory as they win this one in very convincing fashion. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Bucks could not have been more dominant in this game. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they score their points. Check out the leading scores for the Milwaukee Bucks. The Suns lost this game long before the final buzzer. And every team in this league loses games. You just don't want to lose them like this. I can already see a players-only meeting in their future. Check out the leading scores for the Phoenix Suns.
Game track. Assists.
The Milwaukee Bucks play fantastic team basketball today. Ball movement is clearly what separated these two squads.
Player of the game. Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Here we go with the top 3 plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.